I've got a huge stack of books over here, and in order to get to the next one, I have to deconstruct said stack. So give me a second here. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I moved to a new house and it's been a little bit of a struggle to kind of find a consistent time to record and then edit everything. So I took a little bit of a break. Hopefully I'll be back now that things are kind of settling in a little bit. We have a lot to catch up on. What better way to do that than the mid-year freakout tag? Now, I don't know who created the tag, but I saw it on @bookbringer's Instagram, so that's where I'm getting the prompts from. I'd love to see your take on it, so let me know in the comments below what your mid-year freakout tags might look like. But we're just gonna go ahead and get started. The first category that we're gonna talk about is Best Book. And I actually loaned my copy of it out, so I'm gonna put a picture up somewhere. But that is Legendborn, and holy cow, did this book blow me away. I was not expecting it to be this amazing, but it was. It was pretty hyped up on Instagram and on YouTube, so I was worried that I would be let down or disappointed, but I was not. It was so good. It lives up to the hype. I highly recommend that anyone interested in Arthurian legends / retellings and then social justice issues currently in the world would pick that one up. Super good. I learned a lot, and yeah, there are some pretty good twists and turns, so definitely check that one out. Our next category is Best Sequel, and I have to give that to Rage and Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Now, this book was kind of boring in the beginning, and not saying that it's bad or anything. It was just very formulaic, following what I am coming to know of Jennifer L. Armentrout's books, which is not bad. I enjoy those books, but the end twist really threw me for a loop, and it made it very philosophical and something that I really enjoyed. So this one actually ended up really blowing me away at the end. So Best Sequel goes to Rage and Ruin. The next category is a new release that I haven't read yet, and that will go to, ooh, that's really shiny, apologies. Realm Breaker, there we go, we figured out the lighting. But Realm Breaker is going to be one that I haven't read yet. I actually just picked this up from Target, as you can see probably. We've got that lovely sticker still on there. We all love those stickers. That's sarcasm, if you could not tell. But yeah, this is one that has been getting a lot of hype around it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of nervous to read it because I did not enjoy the Red Queen series that is also by this author. So I'm kind of risking a little bit here and giving her a second chance to wow me. I mean, the premise sounds really interesting, so I really hope to enjoy this one. The next category was Most Anticipated Release, and I really wasn't sure if I was supposed to do what book I was most anticipating being released thus far or a book that's going to be released, but I chose the book that I was most anticipating to previously be released that has now been released, and that is Grace and Glory by Jennifer L. Armentrout. As I'm sure you can tell, there's going to be a lot of Jennifer L. Armentrout books on this list, so just know that's coming for the rest of the video. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this book after how awesome the Rage and Ruin book was, which is the predecessor to Grace and Glory. So read this one, really loved it, and the ending was great, so I was looking forward to reading this one. The next category is Biggest Disappointment. And I really hate that there was one that really stuck out to me, but there was, and that was Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I don't know, it just was super repetitive feeling. It felt like the characters were going through the same motions over and over and over again. And yeah, there was some plot twisty type things in it, but none of it really shocked me that much. And I was really looking forward to this one based off of how its predecessor ended. It just, I don't know. I'm really just not feeling this series, and that really saddens me because I love high fantasy and I love Jennifer L. Armentrout, so I was really hoping that the marriage of the two things was going to be something that I really enjoyed. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. Next we have Biggest Surprise, and that is going to be A Deal with the Elf King, which I have on my Kindle, so we're going to put that picture up somewhere. What really surprised me about the book was actually just the magic system and how interesting it was. There was the whole like magic doesn't come without a price type of thing happening, but it was done in a really creative new way with earth magic, and I really appreciated it, and that really surprised me. I was expecting just a romancy enemies to lovers book, but loved the added creative magic, and so that was the biggest surprise for me so far. Favorite new to me author is going to be Raven Kennedy, who's the author of the Plated Prisoner series, which is like Gleam, Glint, and another one that starts with a G that I can't think of right now. Her writing style is really interesting, even though I may not be a huge fan of some of the content that's in the books necessarily. I'm just not big into sexual trauma related situations. I really appreciate her writing style, and I don't know, there were some really good twists at the end of the third book in the Plated Prisoner series. So I'm really looking forward to Raven Kennedy's next release, which I think will complete the Plated Prisoner series. New fictional crush. I have a really hard time with this one because I really don't think that any of the book boys really jumped out at me as anything super special. I guess if I had to pick, I might pick Nick from Legendborn because he gives me Captain America vibes, and I am a big fan of Steve Rogers / Captain America. That, I guess, will have to be my answer, but I don't feel strongly about it. Favorite character? Now, I decided to take the easy route out and just pick all of the crows from Six of Crows. I just think that they're really well written. I like their backstories and how their past experiences manifest in their current circumstances and how they deal with their past traumas. I think they're just really well written and believable characters. I was trying to kind of pick between specifically Inej and Kaz, and I decided not to pick and just pick all of them. So there you go. Favorite character, the crows. The next category was a book that made me cry, and there wasn't one, so the one that was the most touching for me was probably A Court of Silver Flames, if I had to pick one. I really appreciated Nesta's journey as she learned to cope and deal with her trauma. I guess that was the most moving, but there was too much other things happening in that book for it to really make me cry or for me to take it too seriously, so we'll leave it at that. Next is book that made me happy, and that will be #Moonstruck. #Moonstruck basically follows a normal girl and her band of brothers, literally. They are a sibling band that are trying to make it big, and there ends up being like a cute meet and greet with a famous musician, and the main girl and the famous musician kind of have that like flirtationship going on. And it was so cute, and I really loved their banter and particularly their text conversations. Yeah, I thought it was just really cute and it made me happy. Next is the most beautiful book that I've hauled, and I really just have to give it to the whole From Blood and Ash series because, like, seriously, just, I don't know. Something about the contrasting colors just really gets to me, and the fact that the colors in these two books kind of come together beautifully for the third book. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to fan these out, but it's hard. They're thick books. I'm gonna take again a cop-out answer and give most beautiful book I've hauled to a whole series. And next we have a book that I need to read, which would be A Kingdom of Sea and Stone. I read the first book, which was Crown of Coral and Pearl, but it's been a while since I read that one, so I need to reread that one so that I can go into this one actually knowing what's going on. But yes, have to read this one. Last but certainly not least, we have favorite adaptation, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna give it to the Shadow and Bone series because I've seen good things on Instagram and YouTube both, so I'm gonna wait to watch that one with my husband, and I'm expecting it to be pretty good. And that is all I've got for you for this mid-year freakout tag, so thanks for watching and hanging out with me today. I hope you're staying safe and that you know you are loved. I will talk to you soon. Bye!